Hi, my name is Rhiannon Hodges, ID number 3125436, and this is spring 2017. All right, this is James, and he's going to help me demonstrate how to clip a dog's toenails today. Before we get started, you're going to need a few things. So, the first thing that you're going to need are some nail trimmers, and you can pick these up from a pet store. And the second thing that you're going to need is some styptic powder. Now, you can buy this commercially at a pet store or at your veterinarian's office, but if you're at home in a pinch, you can use cornstarch or flour. The way that you're going to want to apply this if the nail is quicked and it begins bleeding is you can either pour some into the dish and place the nail directly in there, or you can take a pinch and apply it to the portion of the nail that's bleeding. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, James, lay down, stay. All right, so we're going to get started on James here today. And the first thing that I'd like to point out to you is the quick. So the quick is the pink portion of the nail that's right here, and that's the portion that contains the blood vessels and the nerves. So we're going to want to avoid cutting that at all costs. So we're going to get started. The first one we're going to do is his Dewey, and his Dewey's a little dark colored, but you can still visualize the quick. If you're having troubles visualizing the quick, you can just take a small amount at a time. So we're just going to take one little bite there. All right, that looks good there. We're going to keep moving and go ahead and take that one. You're doing good, James. Stay. Side, side. Good boy. All right. Go ahead and take another one. One more, and we're doing the last one. All right, and this one's kind of dark too, but you can still visualize the quick. Lay down, side, good boy. And we're just gonna take a little bit off of that one. Okay, handsome. All right, good job, James. And that's how you trim a dog's nails. All right, this is Repeat, and he's gonna help me demonstrate how to clip a cat's nails today. Before we get started, we're gonna need a few things. So the first thing that we're gonna need are some cat nail trimmers, and these are much smaller than the dog nail trimmers that you saw previously, and these can be purchased at a pet store or at your veterinarian's office. And then the second thing that we're gonna need is some styptic powder, and you can buy this commercially at a pet store or again at your veterinarian's office. But if you're at home in a pinch, you can use something like cornstarch or flour. If the nail is actually quicked and it begins to bleed, you can either pour it into a little dish and just tap the nail directly in there, or you can take a pinch and apply it directly to the nail. All right, so to get started with Mr. Repeat here, for our kitties, we have to be able to expose the claw. So first thing that we're going to do that is push down on the pad and expose the claw. And as you can see, there is the quick in there, and that's the pink portion of the nail. That's the blood vessels and the nerves, and we want to avoid hitting that at all costs. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and expose that nail. We're going to go ahead and line it up close to the quick and clip, and we're just going to do that all the way down. And one more time. Good job, Pete. And see this last one here. Excellent. And we're not going to forget that Dewey on our kitty cats. All right. And that's it. That's how you trim a cat's nails. All right. This is Doofus, and he's going to help me demonstrate how to pill a dog today. Before getting started, you're going to need your pill, or in my case, I'm just using a treat. So you're going to want to hold this in between your thumb and your forefinger. And to get started, you're going to want to go ahead and hold that top muzzle, so you can go ahead and open the mouth. You're going to hold the treat or pill in between your index finger and your thumb. And you're gonna open it up with your third finger, stick it as far back as you can, shut the mouth, and rub the throat. When they lick their nose, that's typically a sign that they have swallowed the treat, and that's it. All right, so this is Repeat, and he's gonna help me demonstrate how to pill a cat today. Before we get started, you're gonna need your medication, or in my case, I'm just using a piece of kibble for him. And the way that you're gonna wanna hold this is in between your thumb and your forefinger. Now to get started, you're going to want to go ahead and get a hold of that head, place your pill in between your thumb and your forefinger, and use that third finger to open the mouth, and you're going to shove it as far down as you can. Go ahead and shut the mouth and rub, and you can see him licking there, and that typically means is a sign that he has swallowed the pill. And that's it. All right, this is James, and he's going to help me demonstrate how to collect a free catch urine sample on a dog today. Before you get
started, you're going to want to go ahead and get something to collect your urine in. Now I'm going to be using a vaccine tray, but if you're at home you can use things like Tupperware containers, plastic lids, or even a soup ladle. The thing that you just want to make sure is that it is clean and dry before you begin. When you're collecting your urine sample, you're going to want to collect it midstream, and what that means is you're not going to want to collect the first portion or the end portion, just the portion in the middle. And the reason that we do that is to decrease the amount of bacterial contamination that we see in our urine sample when we run it for a UA. You ready, James? Come on, let's go potty. All right, so as you can see, I went ahead and allowed him to urinate before and after I pulled my tray away, and he's still continuing to go. What you can go ahead and do, you want to drop this off to your veterinarian in a dry, clean container, and if it has to wait a little bit, just go ahead and pop it in the fridge before you head there.
This is James, and he's going to help us demonstrate how to apply a gauze muzzle to our dogs. So before you get started, you're going to need a few different things. So for the roll gauze, you've got 1 inch, and you're going to go ahead and use this for your smaller dogs. And then for your larger dogs, you're going to want to go ahead and use the 2-inch roll gauze. Now James is a little over 50 pounds, so we're going to consider him a larger dog, and we're going to go ahead and use the 2-inch roll gauze with him. So what you're going to want to go ahead and do is create a loop in your roll gauze. You're going to want to apply from behind the dog and put it over their muzzle and pull tight. You're going to want to place it underneath and cross, again pulling tight, behind the ears, and you're going to want to tie a quick release knot in case you need to get rid of it in an emergency. And as you can see here, it's very tight. James can't open his mouth. And then you're just going to go ahead and pull to release and reward. Good job. You did very